Hi everybody, I'm back with another financial related collab video. The Not So Ordinary Wife contacted me and asked if I wanted to be a part of it. So all these awesome YouTubers are doing it also. I'll put their links below to their channels, and I'm really flattered that she asked me to be a part of it. So we'll just get right to it. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, and I want Jared to be part of this video, but it's really hard for us to find time. Why are you laughing?
Because you're telling me that I'm too busy, but I'm not gonna go take a bath.
We're never in the mood to be doing this at the same time, so maybe tomorrow I can get him to record his answers and I'll just do mine real quick.
I started thinking today and I wrote down some good stuff. So she's gonna tell you y'all's, and then I'll tell mine tomorrow. What do you got? I got better stuff than you.
Okay, so some money decisions we've made. Let's see. Number one, best money decision I ever made. So obviously the best money decision is probably getting out of debt, choosing to be on the Dave Ramsey plan, but I feel like that's very cliche and I wanted to be more creative. So yes, that is the best money decision we've ever made, is choosing to follow Dave's plan and getting out of debt. But another smart money decision that we made before we were even on his plan was the fact that we had a pretty cheap wedding. And that was before we were financially smart at all, and we had all our debt and we didn't know how to budget. But looking back at our wedding makes me remember how cheap I've always been, pretty cheap. So I think that's why it was so easy for me to get on the Dave Ramsey plan and do the budget, because I've always kind of already been that way. We're not the ones, we didn't have to pay for our whole wedding. Like my mom and Jared's mom and Jared's dad and my dad, they all pitched in and helped a little bit. So we did have to pay some, but we had like an awesome wedding and it was a big one, and we didn't have to spend a lot of money because I don't know, I just remember telling everybody, like, we did fake flowers and we got a good deal on the place where we had it and on the food and everything, because we had help from family that knew people who knew people that could help us out and all this stuff. So I just think I've never been the type that wanted a huge, nice, fancy wedding and wanted a lot of money spent. And I think that that's the way to go, because you don't have to spend a lot of money and go into debt to have a good time. And I was pregnant. I couldn't even drink when we got married. So the fact that I still had such an awesome time when I couldn't drink at all is a good thing. It was very fun. Everybody had a lot of fun. And like I even told Jared from the beginning, don't spend a lot of money on getting me a ring. I just got like a really simple diamond ring, which I'm a simple person, so that's great for me. Here's even a picture from our wedding. Oh, how cute. I guess I should clarify that we got engaged in October of 2011, and I was not in any hurry to actually get married, so we had planned on having like a 1 to 2 year engagement, which, you know, sure would have ended up costing us a lot of money. But I found out in December of 2011 that I was pregnant, and we got married in March of 2012. So we planned, and I'd wanted to just do something very small when we decided to get married so early, like just get together at a restaurant and do something very small, just with close family. But our family wanted us to have the big, nice wedding, so everyone helped out, and we planned this nice wedding in 3 months, and I guess the way it was a smart decision on my part was because thankfully I'm not like a spoiled brat who wanted something big and expensive, and I was fine with settling, even though we didn't technically settle, but I was fine with the way everything was, and I let everybody help, and I wasn't bossy, and it turned out great. So yeah, it was such a fun time, and we can't wait to have a 5-year renew our vows already so we can do it again. Just kidding. I don't have the numbers in front of me for what we spent, but I'm pretty sure it was less than $5,000, which to some of you might still seem expensive, but I mean, it was a big, nice wedding for less than $5,000, so that's pretty good, I think. Okay, number 2, the worst money decision I've ever made. These questions are kind of hard, but the only thing that I could think of, most people would not think this was a bad money decision, but I feel like, because I've never had to borrow money from anybody. I've never asked a family member to borrow money or anything, or to give me money, because I had credit cards. But a couple years ago, my grandpa offered to give me a big chunk of money, just because he's the type of person that likes to help people out. He's constantly helping his family out. He's retired now, and I mean, that's all he does is help us out. And he wanted to give us that money. I don't want to go into a lot of detail because it's really embarrassing, but I accepted the money from him. It's not like I had to pay it back. No, I think I was supposed to pay it back at first, but then he ended up telling me not to pay him back. If I wanted to pay it back, to pay it to JoJo's college fund. So that is actually why we contribute $50 a month, or we have been for the past couple of years, to her college savings. So, and he's not the type of person like that has ever made me feel bad or anything, but I do feel bad because I just do, because it was a lot of money, and I don't like taking it, but I did because he insisted. So I guess that's the worst decision that I can think of, only because it weighs heavy on my heart, and I don't like having to think about it, but I do. And he's still he's always wanting to help me out. He loves to give away money, and I keep having to tell him, we're okay financially, and I try to explain to him, the plan that we're following and where we're at and what we're doing, and I tell him we're okay, I don't need your money, but he just, and I was just telling him the other day when I saw him that I hope that he's enjoying his retirement, and I hope he didn't work so hard just to give all his money away, and that he needs to be enjoying it, and he just says that's what he wants to do, is help his family out. Okay, number 3, most embarrassing money decision. I'm gonna have to go with my college degree, because that was probably $20,000 of my debt, and I feel like it's a pointless degree. I went to school for 6 years. I changed my mind 100 times of what I wanted to do, and I ended up just getting tired of being in school, and so I went with a degree called university studies, and that's having 3 minors instead of 1 major, and I don't even remember what my areas of study were. I think one was business and community. I don't know. I went to school for a while to be a teacher, so something that has to do with that. And I don't even remember what the 3rd one was, so that's really sad. And I mean, it's still a bachelor's degree, but I feel like it's stupid. So that's the most embarrassing money decision, because I paid all that money and went to school all that time and got that dumb degree. And I've had the same job for the past 9 years, so I can't say that having that degree would affect another job that I tried to get. I don't know if it would help at all, but I doubt it. Okay, number 4, most expensive or stupid thing that I've ever purchased. This one was hard to think of anything creative, because I've always been pretty good about putting a lot of thought into big purchases that I make, and I remember big purchases to me years ago. I remember purchasing the P90X Tony Horton workout, and that was $120, and to me that was a big purchase, and it took me a long time before I finally decided to do it. And same way with this camera that I bought, I waited until I had gift cards and we have a big nice Canon camera, and we got that for free. So we don't make too many big purchases. So I would say that the stupidest one is buying a brand new car. I think we all know why that's stupid, and we'll never do that again unless we're like rich, like Dave says. So yeah, a lot of money lost in buying that brand new Honda Civic, and Jared bought a brand new car, so combined we lost a lot of money. And the last one, number 5, is once I was so broke, I can't think of anything creative because I've never like been broke, or I never knew that I was broke. So the only thing I guess I did was use credit cards. We used to put a lot of things on credit cards. If we wanted something and we didn't have the money, I would just put it on a credit card. And that obviously was a stupid decision, because if I just learned how to budget, I wouldn't have had to do that and gotten in that debt mess, huh? But yeah, maybe Jared will have a better answer for that, because I can't think of anything. So that will conclude this video. Thank you for watching, and definitely check out the other YouTubers if you have not checked them out. And let me know if you have any clever answers for any of these 5 questions that we answered. So thanks for watching.